on Facebook and YouTube as well. So we're going to get started here with graduation commencement exercises here in just a moment at 6 o'clock. The crowd is still milling in here at Butler County High School.
It's filled up pretty quickly.
It has. It has filled up quickly, and early on, the buses were already running and getting folks from the extension office over here. The parking lot of the high schools filled pretty quickly, actually. So, but anyway, the buses are still running, and the gym's getting pretty darn close to being full. We're here about 15 minutes prior to the start of commencement exercises. 270-526-7945 is my number. So if anybody has any information or any like to comment, you can send me a text here as well. Glad to hear from you. We really appreciate the Butler County Board of Education working with them, the local school district, to help bring you this commencement ceremony here at Butler County High School. So Diane's going to speak for a moment and talk about the commencement ceremony and some of the things that you can expect as we get going here at 6 p.m. Diane.
And we hope that we're on our WLBQ YouTube channel. So you can go to YouTube, WLBQ, and you should find us there. Or we're also doing it on Facebook. So the WLBQ Facebook. So, and if you're out there and you know somebody that's trying to get it, try to help them out. But you should be able to find it on YouTube and Facebook.
And we're hopeful that buffering will be kept to a minimum.
We hope.
But there is a big crowd here, and there's always that possibility.
The pomp and circumstance will bring them in. The processional. The introduction will be by Maggie Drake, who is a senior. The presentation of colors by the NJROTC Color Guard. So, are we still good? Yes. So there'll be some music by the senior choir. Lydia Brown will speak. Stowe Young. Presentation of awards by Ryan Humphreys, assistant principal. Valedictorian Riley White will give her address. Then the presentation of the class by the counselors. Graduation justification.
There you go.
And the presentation of diplomas, and then Maggie Childers, who you're listening to every day on WLBQ, will be giving the senior time. And we do want to brag on Maggie just a little bit. We just told the boys she did much better.
That's exactly right, yeah.
She has had the WLBQ Q101 1.3 monogrammed on her. What do we call that?
Is this the sash or stole? Stoles is something on their hat, isn't it? I'm not sure. Tassel, I don't know.
You can tell it's been a long time.
It's that thing they wrap around their neck.
Yeah, that
kind of hangs off.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So that's going to be a busy night here once we get started here in just a few moments at 6 p.m. Of course, Stowe Young is the principal of Butler County High School. Katrin Burnett, Carissa Poston, Dennis Robbins are all teachers on the site-based council, along with Kaylee McMullen, Adra Skaggs, Becky Smith, and Pam Phelps are all parents on the site-based council. And then we would like to recognize the Butler County Board of Education with Robert Tuck, Superintendent of Butler County Schools, Rich Ellis, 1st District, Deborah Hammers, 2nd District, Amy Hood, 3rd District, Chairperson of the Board. Delbert Johnson is 4th District, and Ryan Daugherty is in the 5th District. So it's a good-sized class. I forget the exact number. I know
166 or 167.
Yeah, something like that. I know it was in the 160s there. So
I want to go ahead and recognize the top 12 juniors. Those are the people that will lead the class in. They're giving out the diplomas. You've got the glasses, so you may have to do it.
Okay, top 12 juniors. Mayley Alexis Belcher, Lila Leanne Burden, Amelia Faith Cardwell, Harley Shay Chapman, Landon David Clark, Lucas Michael Givens, Carrington Hughes Hunt, Madison Nicole Jones, Delaney Ray Newcomb, Anne Marie Skaggs, Skylar Grace Webster, and Emma Grace Winchell. Those are the top 12 juniors that will be significantly involved in this ceremony as well, assisting the senior class in taking the step toward their graduation.
They'll be in the white robes, and they will be assisting the graduates as they move through the line to get their diplomas and stuff.
Class motto for the class of 2025, Butler County, the greatest class in history. Well, there you go. So might as well just go right straight to it there. And then class flower, Forget Me Not, and the class color is Butler Blue. So we are...
This class has been very energetic.
Absolutely it has. Absolutely it has. Right. And it's one of the larger classes as well. So a few facts about Butler County School District. Total enrollment for the school district is 2108. And you're going to hear some folks here. We got some people trying to get behind us here, which is kind of a problem.
Yes.
But we'll do the best we can. But total enrollment in the Butler County School District is 2108 for this year. Butler County High School has an enrollment of 654, the middle school 459, Morgantown Elementary 614, and North Butler Elementary 365. So we are about right around 10 minutes left before the ceremony actually starts, Diane.
And as we see Story Young, we might have him on our camera. I don't know if we do or not. I don't think so. But all of the teachers and board members and stuff are in robes. So I don't know what people don't understand about it being blocked off.
Yeah.
But
anyway.
Yeah. Jeremy Hack will be doing a video, and that he will have for sale, and we'll have that information on Beechtree News. There's also, I think, maybe Lori Keene or Adam Williams or some of those will be doing photos of the graduates.
Yeah.
Okay, LoriKingPhotography.com.
Right.
So the ferns on the stage was donated by the Butler County Future Farmers of America.
So we're glad you're joining here tonight. And if you just kind of logged on to Facebook Live or the WLBQ YouTube channel, we are streaming live and covering live the Butler County High School graduation class of 2025. We'll be talking at different times periodically during this, but also there will be times through the help of technology and Jeremy Hack and some others. You know, we're going to let the kind of program speak for itself as well. You never know how the sound's going to be, so we hope the sound is going to be good at the stage. That's always kind of a tricky thing. But the crowd is filling up here, so we don't have – it's kind of slowed. We still have a few people looking for seats, but now there's not a lot more room.
No, there's not. Here
in this Butler County High School gym. Now, Diane, I know we're not on the radio.
No.
So can we take a break here or not?
No, not really.
Not really, okay.
Not really.
So,
but I do want to say this class, and we've talked about this on LIM, brought back the baccalaureate service.
Yes,
and
yes,
they
did.
did that last Sunday night at Belmont Church, and about 45 members of the class attended, according to Maggie, and hope that will grow. Of course, both of us were in classes that had the baccalaureate, and really enjoyed that. And
did we kind of trace it down to 91?
91 was the last one that we found, and I think Kara Fleener, if anybody's past 91 that had it, and her dad, Brother Gary Embry, was the speaker.
Okay. So that's a tradition that the class of 2025 brought back, and something that I know that others will want to continue doing it next year as well. So another little added thing.
It was a request by the students, and I think Caitlin Embry Harrison was instrumental in getting that going and stuff. And so glad to see that brought back by the student body.
I was trying to remember, Diane, how long did this take us last year? I cannot remember how long it took, but I remember thinking it wasn't quite as long as I thought it would be.
Right.
I don't know.
But I don't know what the class was last
That's
year.
true.
Either,
Every class kind of differs just a little bit. So we're going to be here a while. The temperature's not bad. I mean, it's going to get a little warm, but the air conditioning, I think, has been rolling pretty good here this afternoon. So
it was cool when I first got here, but
yeah.
there was only like about 4 people here. So that helped a lot.
Butler County Board of Education, Butler County School District is got a lot of things going on, a lot of services offered. Family resources at both elementary schools and youth service center at the middle school and the high school. The district is very active in partnerships with the community, boys and girls clubs, and help evolve to a teen center. Dual credit, I know, is a big thing that a lot of these graduates, soon-to-be graduates here, have taken advantage of. Includes college and career ready. 435 courses completed for the 24-25 school year with a 96.32 pass rate. So think about that.
Yes.
435 courses completed for this school year. That's dual credit, college and career. And, you know, that's something that, you know, way back in the day, I mean, didn't exist.
Exactly.
And, you know, these kids can go into college somewhere or almost be trained to begin a profession or a trade much, much sooner with this partnership that the Butler County School District is involved in. There were 5 students that did co-op, 51 students, a work-based project, students who are transition ready but working in a field that are not associated with co-op programs, but it still gives students on-the-job training.
And we've been fortunate to be part of that program
We have.
for several years. Some of them did it for credit, some of them didn't. But we started way back. I'm trying to think who
was our first one?
Dixie?
I can't remember.
Maybe
it was.
It was Autumn.
Autumn Proctor, yeah. There's been several ones.
Jordan Gregory, who still works with us now.
35.2% of seniors this year did co-op or work-based learning.
Boo Clark.
Yep.
And our DJs, now those are some of the office people, but our DJs have been Brady Jones and Jonas Swift, and we have Maggie this year. So if you don't care to get up early, there can be a job for you.
We are about 5 minutes, assuming things roll on time here. Still a few coming in, looking for seats. So we're about 5 minutes out from the scheduled 6 o'clock start time. Now there will be times we will always be on the air.
Yes.
But there will be times there will be times as this thing gets underway that you're not going to hear us, okay? You know, we're going to be quiet and kind of let the program speak for itself. And hopefully the audio capabilities here will allow you to hear everything adequately enough.
Right.
So, and then you'll hear us every now and then chime in and offer some commentary. I would like to say, but about $4.5 million in scholarship funds have been secured in some way or the other by the students this year at Butler County High School. So a senior class, I'm assuming. That's what
Right.
obviously senior class.
And that does count, not to be negative, but it does count everything. We're not saying that was how much was offered.
Offered, yes.
Because
okay.
some people might have got offered 4 full rides and decided on one.
Exactly.
You know, you've got some Harmony Taylors going to Merchant Marines. You've got
still a big number.
Harball going to Citadel. Just different things like that.
Right.
And then we've got a lot of guys already going into lineman school and maintenance and all kinds of careers.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, that's something that I think is really good because we've got a wide variety of that. You've got kids coming out of Butler County High School ready for a trade, ready for a career.
Once again, if you're just joining us and just logging on, WLBQ, John Embry along with Diane Dyer. We are live streaming and broadcasting on the internet the Butler County High School Class of 2025 commencement ceremonies. We are just moments away from that beginning.
We appreciate the school system letting us be part of this as we are during basketball and football.
Absolutely.
Veterans program. And, you know, it's, again, just community And so we try our best to be part of the community and like to offer this service so that there's people that can't come out.
Right.
And hopefully this provides them the opportunity to watch their loved ones graduate.
As we get ready for the graduation ceremony to get underway, you know, one of the big things that I know the community has heard a lot about, that, and I know Mr. Tuck and the local schools have really put a lot of effort in, Portrait of a Learner.
Yes.
And that has been a big initiative undertaken by the school district over the last couple of years, and it kind of went active this year, at least as a trial base, not really a trial basis, but kind of a kind of getting started year. It's basically trying to answer that question of what does the learner look like? What does the learner look like when they're through with Butler County schools or at different places along their journey of a learner? And I know the district, through working with community members and businesses, held several meetings and over the course of a year or so, and you know, they identified things like character and problem solving and communication and citizenship and collaboration and all those things that we felt like that we wanted to be reflected by the folks, the seniors, the folks who graduate from Butler County High School, and those who are at different spots on their path as well. So that is something that we're going to be hearing a lot more about.
Right, because this year there was, I think, eight students maybe that defended that, and as a trial, and everybody bragged on what a good job they did and all of that. And next year I think that will be a requirement.
Right. So it's going pretty live next year, you know, we'll say. So
okay, I don't know. People keep coming up this stairwell, and there's nowhere for them to go.
There's nowhere for them to go.
So somebody needs to stop them at the bottom.
Yeah, so it's getting a little bit, I don't know where those folks are going to sit.
Well, they're not.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true. So
that's what I'm saying. They're not.
It's clearly going to be standing room only here. And, you know, the ends are kind of blocked off a little bit due to us. And then also, you know, cameras down on the other end as well. Right. So, you know, there's only so many seats available. So, and I think that may be, it is pretty well 6 o'clock right now. Yes. I think that may be part of the wait here to try to get some of these people in. Now the music is starting. So we will stop talking for a moment, kind of let the music kind of take over, and hear some folks start to enter the gym. So we'll be quiet and let you kind of watch this and listen.
Okay, the class is entering. We're on the second row. Some interesting hats and some crowd favorites.
Yeah, yeah. There is kind of an art to the cap decoration.
Well,
They're coming in pairs and then venturing off to their side.
and wearing a variety of things. Some of them taking selfies.
Yeah. Yeah, it appears they can't have their phones with them, can't they?
Yes, they can.
Which is something that's kind of frowned upon anymore in schools, obviously. But here in just a short time, these folks will no longer be students. They will be, or at least at Butler County High School, they will be graduates here. So all the crowd is pretty well standing.
Yes.
In honor of the graduates that are coming in.
I don't know how some of these hats stay on.
I know the school started letting, I know family members come in early, then those folks that handicap disability were able to come in and get some spots, because I mean it's a job.
It is.
It's a job to get here, and it's not the easiest place to get to in terms of navigating.
And some's having to be shuttled from the extension.
Exactly. So the 2025 Butler County High School graduation is underway here, and the class of 25 is making their entry into the gym to a packed crowd.
Now, like we spoke earlier in the week, we girls wore white robes, boys wore blue, and we had to set boy, girl, boy, girl.
Yeah. That's
So
not happening here.
times are changing.
Times are changing for sure.
Interesting foot attire as well. Some cowboy boots, some sandals, some tennis shoes. It's whatever you like.
Yep.
We see a variety of the white stoles. Some are outlined in red, some in gold. A lot of students have cords and different clubs and recognitions that they have earned throughout high school.
Big class, as we said, 167. It's going to take a minute to get them all in here, but we are officially underway. The last batch of spectators are standing, kind of as are we. Chairs were kind of at a premium around here, so kind of a mental note that we might want to bring our own next time. So bring your own chair.
You're talking to the lady with the bad knee.
Yeah. It's probably only going to be worse after today.
That is true.
Spotted
about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows in of the class coming in, and so everybody's still standing.
Video is remaining constant. Just the sound. We're having a little sound trickiness. The sound plug seems to be a tad sensitive. So that would probably be a good way to put it. So, you know, I know just enough about a lot of this stuff to be dangerous, but I do know that anytime you start to try to do something like we're doing, oftentimes sound is the issue.
That's true.
It really is. So it's the sound with the video can be slightly problematic at times. So
looks like more of the girls decorated their hats.
Yeah.
Which is common.
Already seeing a few.
This one has set their hat on top of a cowboy hat.
Yeah. Already seeing a few. I'm not going to say I see tears yet, but I do see some sad faces. You know, it's always a bittersweet moment for these families.
There was tears in the library.
Yeah, you know, and for the family members watching them, obviously they are really excited because this clearly marks the culmination of 12 years, 12 years of formal public education, and a lot of these guys, girls will be going on to other as well. So.
And, you know, for some families, it's the first.
It is. It is. So.
Maggie Drake is standing at the podium, and I think that's what most of you are seeing now. Yeah. Yeah, we are talking about girls' caps because the class is still coming in.
Right.
Maggie Drake is the first one on the program, and she is going to do the introduction, and then we'll start with presentation of colors. So I think our camera, in trying to get you the best picture of the people receiving their diplomas and that type of thing, I keep thinking I hear a dog.
I think somebody sneezed. I'm like you. When I first heard it, I thought there's a dog barking in here.
Yeah.
But I believe somebody had one of those wild sneezes, which is kind of understandable.
They could throw you back out.
Yeah, that's right. Give yourself a chiropractic adjustment just with a sneeze. There's a lot of things that you're going to see here tonight: the valedictorian, salutatorium, the sashes outlined in gold, and I'm not going to go over all of these. FFA members, national blue and corn gold cords, 4.0 GPA slashes outlined in gold, and foreign language club has certain cords. Honor seniors, 3.5 to 4.0 GPA has gold tassels. So there's a lot of them, a lot of different representations here. 3 sport athletes, white cord. FCCLA, red cords, Beta Club, ATC, archery. So a lot of different ways to kind of personalize this graduation experience.
The class is in. The faculty is joining them, behind them. Yep. The juniors are here.
There's Brandon Embry in a tie.
Yeah. And John Burton looks awful spiffy.
There you go.
Yeah. So we are getting ready for the ceremonies to start.
We appreciate all of you folks tuning in, and we're getting ready to get underway here.
You may be seated. Good evening, everyone. I am Maggie Drake, and I'm so honored to stand before you tonight as the treasurer of the class of 2025. It is an even greater honor to be able to open our ceremony this evening as we celebrate the accomplishments of this new class of Butler County High School graduates.
speaking.
It's quiet. It's not very loud. That was All right, folks. One of the things, of course, the national anthem was performed, and things at the podium you're going to be able to hear pretty well. Things kind of away from the podium and not going to be quite as well. So that's kind of what you can kind of expect tonight, kind of par for the course
And
with what we're
it
doing.
depends on the speaker.
Depends on the speaker, how loud they talk, obviously.
We'll now bow our heads in prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day and all of the many blessings that you have given us. Thank you for your Son who died on the cross for the remission of our sins. Be with the sick and those who are less fortunate than we are. Thank you for guiding the greatest class in history, the class of 2025, to this moment in our lives. Continue to be with us as we go throughout our journeys in life. Help us to always remember the lessons we've learned, the friendships we've made, and the growth we've experienced along the way. Grant us wisdom as we make decisions, patience as we face challenges, and joy in the moments to come. And let us never forget where we came from, or the support of those who helped us get here. In Christ's name we pray. Amen. You may be seated.
And that was Blake Bratcher from the senior class. Harmony Taylor did the Pledge of
At
Allegiance.
this time, we will now enjoy the alma mater of BCHS and a special song performed by our senior choir members, led by Mr. Travis Lowe.
Performing for you now is the Butler County High School Senior Choir. Okay. And the second selection is going to be by Humble and Kind by Tim McGraw. And it looks like our own Maggie Childers is going to be playing the guitar for this one.
Now, just for clarification, Tim McGraw's not here.
No.
Okay, I don't.
And we didn't AI him either.
I don't want to start a panic.
Yeah.
That may not have had the best sound.
May not.
Very good song. They did it out. They did a really good job on it, but
Yes.
kind of some light singing.
And we do want to remind you it's on Facebook on WLBQ, and go to our YouTube channel. It might be a little clearer there. We're really working hard on our image and trying to do as much of the sound as we can. Lydia Brown is at the mic now.
This year, the class of 2025 kicked off a new tradition at Butler County High School. We have a very special white graduation gown that was signed by each member of our class. This gown serves as a token of appreciation to one single teacher who our class as a whole believes has impacted us the most. The first ever signed gown was voted on by our class to be given to Mr. Robbins. All
Mr.
that know Mr.
Robbins.
Robbins knows that he's a very special person.
Who?
Mr. Robbins.
His love for Jesus, his wild history stories, and his incredible artwork. This year, we have the bittersweet honor of saying goodbye to him as he retires.
And you can see Mr. Robbins' white robe on stage, and it is signed by every member of the class, so a new tradition.
You know, I wondered a few moments ago, and I couldn't exactly see. I thought it looked like Dennis, but I
Yes.
was like, who's that guy sitting up in that white robe? We'll be quiet and let Lydia talk.
Passionate about what he teaches and always committed to helping students. So I think I can speak for not only our class, but anyone who has had the opportunity to sit in his classroom. Thank you. Thank you for your kindness, your love, your commitment to your students and school. You have impacted us all.
What a great honor.
First of all, thank you so much. What an honor it is to be chosen as the first ever to wear this robe. And I'm speechless. You have to like, that's never happened before. But I will always cherish this memory, so thank you so much. You know, I can stand here and talk about how great these young men and women are. But we already know that. I mean, as Blake said earlier, it's the greatest graduating class in history, right? Yeah. So instead, I'm going to talk about myself. As a kid, I imagined an amazing future where I would drive a flying car like the DeLorean from Back to the Future. The Berlin Wall had come down, and in my mind, the world was headed into a golden age of peace and prosperity. Where this great nation would be the leader in all major categories. Well, I've been greatly disappointed. I don't have my flying car. Numerous conflicts are raging around the globe. As a nation, we are divided more than ever. And the only things the U.S. leads the world in are crime rates, drug usage, people who are incarcerated, the amount of children in foster care, divorce rates, and single-parent families. Now, please don't misconstrue my intent here. I'm not bashing this great nation at all. I'm merely pointing out that we have some issues. Issues that stem from us selfishly redefining some of the key principles from our founding fathers. In America today, freedom means entitlement. The truth is just a feeling, and love means acceptance, even if we disagree. And by the way, it's okay to disagree with someone without raging against them on social media or canceling them out. And perhaps the greatest mistake we've made is no longer living out the national motto, "In God We Trust." Christianity is diminishing in this nation. Christian Judeo values are not prevalent in society. Statistics tell us that after high school, 70% of graduates stop attending church regularly. Graduates, you're at a moment in your life where you have a decision to make. You're going to be a part of the problem and contribute to what we face, or are you going to be part of the solution and help turn this nation back to the path of righteousness? As I stand here and look out at these young people who I have come to know and love, I have hope. Once again, I have that childlike feeling that we are headed into a brighter future. So let me thank you in advance for the difference that I know each of you will make. May God bless you, guide you, and protect you. And who knows, maybe I'll get my flying car one day after all. I love you all.
1
And Butler County High School Principal Story Young,
Thank you, Mr. Robbins.
introduction and a message from the high school.
Our students like you have at this community. Thank you, senior choir members and senior class officers. Good evening, everyone. I'm Mr. Young, the proud principal of Butler County High School. I would like to welcome family, friends, faculty, staff, and honored guests to our commencement exercises for Butler County High School class of 2025. I would first like to introduce our distinguished guests. On stage with me are the members of the Butler County Schools Board of Education. Please stand to be recognized as I call your name. And thank you for the air conditioning work. Butler County School Superintendent, Mr. Robert Tuck.
He's introducing the Board of Education.
Superintendent Tuck.
Representing First District, Mr. Richie Ellis. Representing the Second District, Ms. Debbie Hammer. Representing the Third District, Dr. Amy Hood-Wallace. Representing the Fourth District, Mr. Delbert Johnson. Representing the Fifth District, Mr. Ryan Doherty. Also on stage with me, we have Butler County High School Assistant Principal, Mr. Ryan Humphrey. Butler County High School counselors Ashley McGinnis, Sam Hartford, and Senior Counselor Patricia Tumley. School-based decision-making council, and again, as you are recognized, please stand. Teacher representative, Ms. Catherine Burnett. Teacher representative, Mr. Dennis Robbins. Teacher representative, Ms. Kaylee McMullen. Teacher representative, Ms. Carissa Poston. Parent representative, Ms. Becky Smith. Parent representative, Ms. Pam Phelps. And parent representative, Ms. Adra Skaggs. At this time, I'd like to honor a few more distinguished guests. Would our top juniors who have helped us get this event organized, please stand as I call your name. Maley Belcher, Lila Burton, Amelia Cornwell, Harley Chapman, Landon Clark, Lucas Gibbons, Carrington Hunt, Madison Jones, Delaney Newcomb, Anne Marie Skaggs, Skylar Webster, and Emma Winchell. Give those folks a round of applause,
Mr. Story Young continuing with recognition of distinguished guests and not really guests, but people assisting with the program.
Right.
If you're a Butler County High School teacher, Area Technology Center teacher, custodial staff, cafeteria staff, maintenance staff, aides, all staff will please stand at this time to be recognized.
Recognizing the entire faculty and staff that's present.
I once had a coach tell me, this is the last time in your life where 60 people will all be trying for the same goal. And I think this group has proved him wrong. Because up and down the hallways of this building, we have 60 plus adults working for the success and love of our students. A special thank you to Ms. Debbie Lee, who will be retiring this year as well. And thank you all for being a part of 1BC. If you're a grandparent, foster parent, parent, guardian of a graduate, please stand to be recognized at this time.
Parents, guardians definitely deserve that recognition.
Yes.
A lot of sacrifices, a lot of years.
Huge part of 1BC. BCHS is proud to have one graduate walking with us today who is joining the Army National Guard at the end of this school year. Mr. Talon Bays, please stand to be recognized.
And that was Talon Bays that'll be joining the military.
We are also proud to have one graduate committed to join the Merchant Marines with Miss Harmony Taylor. Please stand and be recognized.
Merchant Marines, Harmony Taylor.
Finally, we have two graduates who have joined the United States Marine Corps with Mr. Tristan McClintock stand to be recognized.
Kristen McClintock for the Marine Corps.
And with Mr. Kate Nicewinner, United States Marine Corps, stand to be recognized.
And Katie Niceman for the Marine Corps as well.
Thank you all for your honorable choices and future service. The class of 2025, by so many accounts, is an incredible group. While I'm not a fan of self-given nicknames, the greatest class in history seems appropriate today. The class of 2025 has shown us how great BCHS can be if you say yes to experiencing your education. And the class of 2025 has shown us you can see how great Butler County can be if you focus on the one thing that matters most. Experience your education has been a philosophy of mine for a long time now. The class of 2025 allowed us to see that philosophy in action. With enormous amounts of miles traveled across the nation and even throughout Europe, competitions conquered, communities served, and setbacks overcome, the class of 2025 has had the best chance for the most well-rounded educational experience that I've ever witnessed. Even this week, we learned that an outdoor slip and slide is much better than an indoor slip and slide.
In reference to, they did a slip and slide on the bank here, and
Yeah.
Mr. Story Young and Humphreys both went down it.
They tougher than I am.
The journey is the reward, and what a journey they have had. If you will bear with me, I'll show you what it means to experience your education. SCCLA conferences with students like Case Hoot and Blake Bratcher and Harmony Taylor. Countless FFA competitions with Lydia Brown and Isaac Cowan. Rally games with Preston Clark and Alex Bratcher. College classes with many students like Reed Noble, Ellie McMillan, Jeffrey Parrish, and Ivy Hughes. Super Saturdays with students like Juliana Riley and Sophia Burns. Art competitions with Aubrey Logston and Casey Sullivan. Vet classes with students, lots of students, including Autumn Mueller, Beta Parker, and Michaela Orange. Welding classes with students like Kellen Meredith, Dakota Johnson. Automotive classes with students like Tatum Bullock and Marvin Brown. Engineering classes with students like Jansen Salem. Nursing classes with future nurses that will take care of us, by the way. Like Lexi Bryant, Jason Grant. Marching and community service with ROTC students like Robert Lewitt and Chase Christie. Play school experiences with seniors like Anna Claire Phelps and Alexis Shepard. And you may know that this group can play a little basketball. They've experienced heights never reached before at BCHS with athletes like Bailey Moore, Lawson Rice, Ty Price, Brian Griffin, football games cheering on athletes like Eric Phelps and Lonnie Phelps and Reese Philback, baseball games with athletes like Colt Akers and Justin Castle, concerts with talented musicians and singers, which we've already seen. Chelsea Creek, Hayden Summers, Larkin O'Connell, Megan Parker, Addison Tyree, Logan Gibbons, Gloria McKinney, Alex Lopez, Carson Langry, Joseph Jennings, Casey Sullivan, and Jacob Portman, and more. The journey is the reward, especially when the journey leads you to a region championship and a state runner-up finish. Will our archery team stand to be recognized?
Recognizing the archery team who placed in the state this year.
Mr. Young recognizing a lot of students and their
Yes.
accomplishments.
Marvin, Lydia, Bryson, Logan, James, William, Will, Hunter, Grant, Jeffrey, Lanny, and Brayton. Now,
I believe he's trying to say everybody's
stand
name.
up, Arthur.
160 some of them. I haven't counted yet, but
This is the part I told you about.
he's making a good run at it.
Yes, he
If
definitely
you're a
is.
tech school student, stand up. If you're a dual credit student, stand up. If you are an FFA, FCLA, STLP, STEM, FCA, Renaissance, any club, band, early childhood, culinary, web page design, ROTC, ag business, choir, football, soccer, cross country, track, tennis, basketball, golf, baseball, track, bass fishing, archery, any sport, any club, field trip, community service, stand to be recognized.
I believe he's got them all.
That, Butler County, is how you experience your education. Thank you all so much. You may be seated. I don't think you can tell the story of the class of 2025 without including their focus on God. Maybe it's just me, but it seems like we are experiencing a spiritual revival across the country in recent months. Not only that, but it seems to be a revival led by young people. Whether it's hearing young athletes praising God, or American Idol hosting an Easter special full of hymns on national television, or actual revivals in college campuses, it seems to be the beginning of a spiritual awakening for many. As for the focus of the greatest class in history, how about the story of Maggie Childers announcing to her FCCLA conference that she would help them however she could, she would answer any questions, and if they want to talk about Jesus, she'll talk about Jesus with them. What about students like Kristen McClintock and Ty Price carrying their Bible with them every day in their backpack checks? And Ty responding to so many potentially ego-inflating tweets with, all glory to God. Or Maggie Drake being in the middle of a European Greek vacation and stopping to log on to her church service back in Morgantown so she could be at church. And finally, the class of 2025 created the first baccalaureate service in Butler County High School for over 30 years. Not only has the class of 2025 experienced their education, they are leaders who have done so while keeping the main thing. Now you will start another part of your journey, adult life. This journey will have celebrations and challenges. Listen, life will not always go like you want. Just tell me. Trust me. Let me share with you this advice, that life is more about persistence and perseverance than perfection. Anyone that has been married longer than a day will tell you it is not always perfect. Anyone who's attempted to raise a child will tell you the moment you come home from the hospital is not always perfection. Anyone who works a job will tell you that some days it's persistence that gets them through. The job, the boss, the life, it's not all going to be perfect. So how do you find success in these new roles? Keep doing what your class has done. Experience your life. Say yes to new things and challenges. Keep your eyes focused on God's plan for you all. I pray for your safety, peace, and happiness. I'm incredibly proud and honored to have been your principal. And one last time, for those of you who haven't heard it in a while, and those of you who need to hear it, I love you.
Principal Story Young giving his remarks there and complimenting the class of 2025, a very religious-oriented class.
Ryan Humphrey, assistant principal, is up now for the presentation of awards and special recognition. Ryan Humphrey, assistant principal.
The Butler County High School class of 2025 has been offered $4,518,976 in scholarship money. Graduates, if you've been offered a scholarship as you head into your next steps of education, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. You may be seated. Transition readiness is a status given by the Kentucky Department elementary or career and technical education certifications, and end-of-course testing for college-ready through ACT, dual-graded classes, or other means. The Butler County High School class of 2025 has 146 of 161 students who are post-secondary ready, either by becoming college and or career ready. These totals from the class of 2025 gives Butler County High School a total of 90% college career readiness, with most of these students not reaching college and career ready, having transferred to BCHS without enough time to get college or career ready. A round of applause for 90% of this class. Our college and or career ready graduates are recognized by a transition ready medal around their neck. Graduates, if you've been labeled as transition ready, please stand and be recognized.
Definitely the majority of the class. It's the whole class, isn't it?
It appears so.
Uh-huh.
Thank you. Finally, I have the honor to recognize the valedictory for the class of 2025. We at BCHS are so proud of this student's hard work and accomplishments, including having the highest rated grade point average of the class of 2025. Congratulations, Ms. Riley White. Please come forward for the valedictory address.
Now, this is the senior with the highest grade point average,
Yes.
and Miss Riley
White.
White.
I've heard that a lot of you guys think I'm really quiet, so I'll try to be louder this time. First of all, I want to congratulate all the graduates, parents, and family members sitting in this room today. I think this is a huge accomplishment for all of us, and I think that we've all been looking forward to this day for a really long time. I also want to say how grateful that I am that I not only have the opportunity to be valedictorian, but I also get to congratulate
That was the valedictorian, Riley White, getting a standing ovation from her class members. And next will be the presentation of the class.
Before we begin presenting the class of 2025, we kindly ask that you respect each student here tonight and respectfully and appropriately applaud your graduate as they are presented diplomas. We want each and every family to hear their student's name. We ask that any and all family and friends representing the student stand in honor of the graduate and be seated after he or she is presented his or her diploma. Thank you for honoring our request. Top juniors, please take your places.
I think some of the babies have had enough. As you can hear them in the background. So we're getting ready for the presentation of diplomas. Counselor will do the name, and Mr. Story Young will present the diploma.
Please stand.
And I think different people will take turns. You have the list, right, John?
Landon Taylor Henderson.
We're starting to call the names of all the graduates. We have the list, but if you can hear them, it'll be better than me.
Nice-Winter. Abigail Kinley Newton. Caitlin Marie Wilson. Harmony Ruth Taylor. Juliana Grace Riley. Sophia Hope Burns. Quentin Reese Bratcher. Bailey Alexandria Moore.
Now you have some of the seniors that's going to hug different people on the stage and stuff, so that's why they're a little behind on stepping into our photo.
Barbara Kotlova.
Very proud moment for families.
Alexander James Dale Morton. Jansen Scott Saylor. Weston Eugene Blythe. Kenneth Talon Taylor Bass. Kenneth Talon Bass. Sorry, Talon. Janika Leanne Childers. Alyssa Cadence Barton. Liliana Paige Bratcher. Sienna Naye Costello.
Now, Mr. Tuck will be doing row 2 with the diplomas. And it could be that his daughter's in that row.
Good be.
IVQ. Jennifer Maritza Polito. Alex Lopez Hernandez. Cameron Allen Phelps.
I don't think so, though.
Oh, okay,
I think they just take turns.
okay.
Lydia Viviana Rafael Vargas.
Okay, now Rich Ellis is coming up to present one.
Magdalena Belinda Gomez Gregorio.
Board member. And sometimes you see that special
Jessica
people.
Pascal Alonso. Jacqueline Gomez Salas. Amadeline Resendez Cruz. Reese Logan Philback. Hope Marshall Akers. Brandon Charles Thomas. Hannah Ray Valentin. Caitlin Dallas Brooks Frenzel. Callie Brain Grubb. Jack Ryder Harbaugh. Garvin Roy Brown. Alexander Cole Bratcher. Kenneth Preston Clark.
Oh, presto.
Yep.
Many of you remember Brent Clark. This is his baby boy.
Row 3, please stand and come forward.
And Story Young is back.
Kind of a rotation, isn't it?
It is.
Braden Ryland Smith. Symphony Isa Juanita Lucas. Cadence Olivia Taylor. Avienda Marie Simmons.
Humphreys is doing this presentation.
Sylvania Carolina Panita Crockett. Mason Dane Johnston.
You know, one of the things I remember about my high school graduation
Vega Leanne Parker.
is Mama and Papa Embry was there.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Weren't you like the first one, though?
Well, I'm the first grandchild on that side of the family.
Mackenzie Lee Heimer. Dakota Michael Thomas Johnson.
But a big accomplishment for families.
Kellen Reese Meredith.
Put in several years and several promotions to get here tonight.
Yep, for sure.
And this is the last one.
Reed Louise. Justin Rowley Taslin.
Grandfather Joel
Briar
Duke.
Wade Griffin.
Briar Griffin, Mr. Hustle.
Ty Brooks Price.
Now Rich Ellis is going to come up and do this one as Ty is his nephew.
Lawson Lane Rice.
Lawson will be going to WKU and Ty to UT
Case
Martin
William Houghton.
and Briar to Kentucky Wesleyan. Bailey Moore to Brusham.
Sarah Margaret Maggie Childers.
There's our baby. We've enjoyed Maggie at the station and wish her
Lydia
the
Grace
best of luck.
Brown.
Lydia Brown.
Benjamin Blake Bratcher.
You know you're old when you remember these kids being born.
Yeah.
And his grandfather, Delbert Johnson, was able to present that diploma.
Row 4, please stand and come forward.
And Robert Tuck is back on top as superintendent.
Daisy Grace Lynn Frank. Tucker Ray Burnett. Lonnie C. Phelps. Garrett Joel Phelps. Reed Nicholas Noble. Avery Reese Gibbs. Keith Michael Cheney.
We've traveled a lot with Heath Cheney.
Absolutely.
Skylar Aaliyah Schroeder.
Skylar,
Clayton Wallace Louise. Richard Allen Moran. William Daniel Turner. Duncan Thomas Tyree.
yeah, we've watched Heath Cheney grow up.
Tristan Thomas McClintock. Ethan Braden Clark. Nathan Lee England. Cameron Dalton Coker. Caitlin Marie Hughes. Lexi Ray Bryant.
Rich Ellis is doing another one.
Addison Grace Henderson. Reagan Michaela Tuck.
So Mr. Tuck is getting to do his daughters. What an honor.
Row 5, please stand. Come forward. Jacob Forrest Dockery.
Still a young back on top. Principal of Butler County
Robert
High School.
Andre Ouellette. Jeremiah Lee Sanders. Chase Allen Christie.
some of them have quite a few
Sierra
cheerleaders.
Sky Guide. Toxie Hayden Renfro.
Come here.
Alexis Taylor Shepherd. Michaela Ray Jones. Jacob Thomas Portman. Francisco Kevin Mendoza Alonso. Maggie Ann Drake.
I'd hate to think how many pictures I've taken of Maggie and Drake.
That's true.
Emily Grace.
I was obsessed with her when she was first born. Just an outstanding young lady.
Bryson Blake Hartley.
So neat to see families standing up and supporting their graduates.
Anna Marie Moore. Anna Claire Valentina Phelps.
Anna Claire,
Gracie Marie Sublett. Lillian Marie Hatcher. Courtney Page Alexander. Tatum Grace Bullock. Gloria Dawn McKinney.
and you know, with this being Memorial Day weekend, a lot of families were able to come in and attend graduation and celebrate with family, extended family for the holidays.
Convenient timing.
Yes.
We're over halfway, well over halfway.
Yes.
So we're getting down to like 2 more rows, I believe, left.
Row 6, please stand. And come forward.
We have another graduation tomorrow that we'll be attending.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Winnie Elaine Henderson. Betty Ray Carter. Brendan Dwayne Carter. Ethan Gage Mason. Hayden Brandon Summers. Tristan D.C. Johnson. Joseph Oliver Jennings. Logan Tobias Gibbons.
Now, explain to me, John.
Carson Wyatt Landry.
Some people's tassel is blue and white, and some people's tassels are gold. Ours were all blue and white.
The tassel business has expanded. We talked about that a little bit earlier.
Isaiah
Okay.
Holland.
So many clubs, organizations, sports, and things have kind of gotten into the tassel world. So that's kind of.
Colton Savage Coker.
So that's
Well, I
kind
knew
of
the
difference.
sashes were different and the cords were different, but I just now recognized that the tassels were different.
Addison Brady Jones. Riley Kate Oates.
It's a little bit of everything: cords, sashes, stoles.
Waverly
Yeah, the
Larkin
stoves is those things. That's what Maggie had WLBQ on hers. Now this is an interesting one. This individual has put his hat on top of her hat on top of a cowboy hat.
Definitely individuality present here.
Yes.
Even if I can't say the word.
James Raymond Sanford.
I think we are on the last row. As we are wrapping up the class of 2025. And
Chelsea Marie Creed. Braden Alexander McKinney.
the moving over of the tassel.
Hunter Allen Lynn.
And then, did your class throw your hats up in the air?
Yes, I believe we
William
did.
Gary Bryant. Jeffrey Dean Parrish. Noah Alexander Burden. Lanny Wayne Blunt III. Addison Page Tyree. Julian Marshall Kimmel. Caden Ray Sutherland. Carter Wayne Meyer. Olivia G. Hurd. Madison Michelle Baker. Dalton James Hell. Mason Herod Johnson. Andrew Evan Lawrence. Lawson Todd White. Isaac Neil Cowan. Brock Edward Bingston. Carly Nicole West. Aubrey Ann Lawson.
And that concludes the last graduate of 2025.
I think they're going to have a little class time.
Is this the throwing of the hats or just the mingling?
Row 7, you may be seated.
Not actually sure.
Okay.
I think this is the mingling.
Members of the Butler County Board of Education, Superintendent Tuck, it is my pleasure and honor to present to you certify to you that each of these students have completed the requirements set forth by the Commonwealth of Kentucky State Board of Education, the Butler County Board of Education, and the Butler County High School School-Based Decision-Making Council. At this time, the class president, Ms. Maggie Childers, come forward.
Maggie is the senior class president.
We're getting close to the end.
Yes, we are.
About an hour and 20 minutes.
The secret time is a few minutes requested for the class of 2025 seniors to spend together. Please remain seated and allow the secret time to spend with each other. The graduation will resume shortly. Again, please remain seated for our time. Thank you.
So this is kind of like, I don't know. I thought this was kind of like the handshaking at church.
Well,
Maybe not.
I think they're talking, and there's not a lot of mingling right now, but they're just, apparently they're talking next for the people next to them and probably sharing some memories and things.
And they got to walk in with who they wanted to.
Right.
So that put them close to their friends and stuff. So
I think there's maybe a few going to,
mingle.
maybe not. Looks like President Maggie Childers is coming back up.
Maybe not.
Playing a little music.
Okay.
Now
Maggie's, get up, get up, get up.
the mingling's going to begin.
This is the handshaking.
Yeah. Kind of set to a song, so I would say that during the course of this song, and then when the song comes to a conclusion, that they'll probably find their seats back again. So that's what I am guessing here as the graduates are up moving around. You can kind of see on the screen there, they are moving around and talking and sharing some moments just for them.
Right. It's like the handshake at church.
That's right.
Meet and greet. And you know, sadly to say, there'll be some people that this will be the last time you'll see them.
That's right. That
in
is
your
right.
class. You know, there's reunions, there's all kinds of things that go on, but never will this actual group be together again. In all likelihood.
It marks a moment in time,
Yes, it does.
and that's what it is. Culmination of a lot of work, a lot of years, a lot of effort, a lot of sacrifice. And you can still, you can be out of school. Diane, you and I both can sit here and we can remember people who were in our class.
Yes.
So, may not be able to remember a lot else. We can't remember passwords, but we can remember who was in our class 30 and 40 years ago. I mean,
That's what gets me. I never can remember passwords at all.
has been some folks kind of leave a little bit as the ceremony.
Yes.
So the crowd is thin just a little. Still a big crowd here tonight at Butler County High School as we get close to wrapping up the 2025 commencement ceremonies. Once again, we'd like to thank the Butler County School District, the Board of Education, and the high school here for partnering with us to help bring this to a lot of folks have been watching, and we'll go back and watch again.
Yes.
But we appreciate to be a part of that. WLBQ, Beech Tree News, and WLBQ and the Butler County School District has a long history of working together on all kinds of sports and different events as well. So
Veterans Day programs.
exactly. So yeah, absolutely. So we appreciate that opportunity as the seniors continue to mingle.
And we want to give a big thank you to Jeremy Womack, who's running tech for us tonight. Jeremy Hack. We do.
Happy to do so. So the group, we're starting to kind of get back
Maggie's going
situated.
back to the podium, so I think the mingling is getting ready to be over.
Maggie will line them out.
Because once they move the tassel over, it is official.
Go back to your seats. We're going to take a point off. Yeah, we're taking a point off.
I think there may be a selfie being made of the class. Okay, so the senior time is over.
Good evening, everyone. Parents, teachers, friends, family, and most importantly, my fellow classmates of the greatest class of history, the class of 2025. Tonight is a celebration, a moment we've been waiting for. It's a moment we dreamed about since we were little kids holding lunch trays, learning how to write in cursive, and asking to go to the bathroom even when we didn't need to. It's the moment we counted down in every group chat, at every Friday night game, and every senior prank plan we somehow managed to pull off. But it's also the moment we never thought would come so fast. We're here. We made it. After 13 years, after countless early mornings, chaotic lunches, last-minute assignments, school dances, inside jokes, group projects, hallway laughs, heartbreaks, victories, and everything in between, we are finally here. You know, when we started this journey, people had a lot to say about us. Coming into your first year of high school ever and having 15 fights break out isn't exactly a good first impression. We were labeled the class to stay away from. We were loud, unpredictable, dramatic, and let's be honest, a little bit wild. But that never stopped us from what we were becoming. The same group that was once warned about us is now being celebrated. The same kids that said they said to stay away from, we made history. We started clubs, won titles, led teams, and left our mark on these hallways in permanent ink. And we didn't just survive high school, we owned it. We came into high school not just as the freshmen with a reputation, but as students trying to find our place in a world that has changed so fast. COVID flipped everything upside down. We lost time, we lost diversity, and some of us even lost people. But somehow, in the middle of all that loss, we found each other. We learned to lean on one another. We learned how to show up, not just for our class, but for each other's games, competitions, performances, and moments that mattered. We weren't just classmates anymore. We were family, raised side by side. We walked these same halls since we were too short to reach the top of the lockers. We've seen each other at our best work, dedication, and bond formed by Todd Price, Dawson Rice, Kim Stewart, Justin Castle, Brian Griffin, Garrett Phelps, Clayton Leeds, and Trevor Reese. I thank you for the courage and strength of Tristan McClintock, Kate Coster, Harmony Taylor, and Tal Bates. I thank you for the brotherly bond between Grant Jones and Heather Bloom. I thank you for the quiet and powerful strength of Hannah Mallinson. I think of how hardworking Bailey Moore, Reed Noble, Sophia Burns, Ray Toms, and Julian Arado. I think of the never-ending time of Bruce Spillback and Garrett Phelps. I think of how Hayden Summer, Logan Gibbons can command any student section with just a tap of a drumstick. I think of the goofy shenanigans of Alex Bratcher, Preston Clark, Duncan Tyree, and Marvin Brown. I think of the unwavering dedication of Blake Bratcher, Maggie Drake, and Lydia Brown. I think of you all, and how he taught us not only to love history, but to love each other. I think of the teachers who saw potential in us when we didn't see it in ourselves. I think of the friendships we've made, the kind of friendships that don't disappear after the task is turned. I think of every single one of you and the impact you've had on each other and Butler County. Because we're not just names here, but we're part of each other's story. And now, here we are. Caps on, gowns in, diplomas in hand, one chapter ending and the other just beginning. Some of us are headed to college, some to work, some to serve, and some still figuring it all out, and that's okay. But what I hope we all remember is you don't have to be alone. You don't have to say goodbye forever, and you don't have to become a stranger. Because the people sitting around here tonight, the ones you shared life with, are yours. Because to everyone else, we'll be adults, college students, workers. But to us, we'll always just be the little kids still trying to figure it out. So in 5 years, if you had a good bad day, text someone from this class. If you see one of us at the grocery store at a ball game, don't duck your head, say hi. If you hear about someone's win, celebrate it like it's your own. And if you see someone struggling, reach out, just like we did when we were kids, just trying to make it move. We've already proven that we're the class that's unforgiving. But now we have to prove that we're the class that stays connected, even when life pulls us in different directions. Because I don't care where you end up, in a dorm room, at a job, across the country, or still right here in Butler County, you matter. To me, and to everyone who shared this journey with you. Tonight, as we leave BCHS, we carry the lessons of Butler County with us, but we also leave a piece of ourselves behind. We leave behind a legacy, one built on spirit, grit, and love. So if you're sitting here tonight and you're scared, me too. If you're sitting here tonight and you're sad, me too. But I'm also standing here feeling something else. So proud. Proud of where we've come from, proud of who we've become, and proud to say that no matter where we go next, we will always be the class of 2025, the greatest class in history. So tonight, I'm not going to say goodbye. I'm just going to say see you later. Because you're all going to check in, show up, stay close, and keep being the pride and the soul of the class of 2025. Thank you for making teachers unforgettable. Thank you for being my people. And thank you for being a part of my story. It has been an honor and a privilege to serve as your class president. I love all of you. Thank you.
Remarks by Class President Maggie Childers. And according to the program, that pretty well wraps things up.
We got to flip the tassel.
That's right.
Graduates, please move your tassels from the right to the left
Oh, a student's doing it.
and turn your stoves around. And girls, take out your bobby pins.
Huh. A little different.
I know a lot of babies will be glad this is over.
Yes.
I now pronounce us Butler County High School graduates. Congratulations to the greatest class in history. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, goodness.
Well, there you go. You had all the
That was
hats
me.
thrown in the air. You had a whole roll of kids fall down. You have, what are those things called? Like confetti
yeah.
shot in the air.
Yes. And a beach
There's
ball.
a beach ball. Whoa, there you go.
So congratulations to the class of
25. So
everybody be safe. And we're trying to get a little bit of that action down on the floor. It was
Yeah.
fun.
now the crowd is definitely starting to be a mad dash. If you want to do a mad dash, then hit the road right now. If not, then you might as well just relax for a moment. We're getting ready to wrap up this show.
Yes.
Diane, closing thoughts?
Just congratulations to the class and great program, great class. Like I said, remember when a lot of them was born. So that's one of the great pleasures of living in a small community.
Absolutely.
Get to know everybody and stuff. And so just congratulations to the class. Thanks the Board of Education for allowing us to be part of this, a very small part. And Hack Media and Jeremy Womack for doing our tech.
Absolutely. So Diane pretty well covered all the bases there. It's been an honor and privilege to be here tonight. And we'll go ahead and sign off. Once again, congratulations to the class, Butler County High School class of 2025.